Crowd looking to see whether the Pistons get their first lead of the game. Johnson. Dumars finds Raucous. And Detroit leads for the first time. Timeout, Boston. Dumars the rebound. Larry Bird is coming back into the game for Boston. Dantley from Dumars.
Now before that timeout, Chuck Daly brought his big lineup in, and they're even coming out running. We see what that bench and that quick lineup had generated.
22nd timeout, Boston. The Pistons have their biggest lead. A full timeout as the Celtics used the 22nd timeout earlier on Parrish's injury. They're going bananas here at the Silverdome.
You know, that first period, he asked to come out. His back was hurting so much.
Less than 6.5 remaining in the third. Adrian Dantley.
He'll have that shot all day long because Kevin McHale isn't quick enough to come out and play him out on the court.
Dantley leads with 13 points, and the old pros are starting to go to work for the Pistons.
Now watch John Sally, his timing. You know, sometimes you get a piece of a shot, but bam, he knocks that back to half court.
You're a smart cookie, you are. Celebration at the Silverdome. Well, premature, but they're having a blast in Detroit, where the Pistons have matched their biggest lead of the game, leading 60-52 with 6:20 remaining in the third period.
I'll guarantee you this is the largest crowd ever for an NBA playoff game.
40,100 the previous time high. Vinnie Johnson is in for Joe Dumars as Sally rejects Larry Bird.
Again, we see what the bench has done for Chuck Daly tonight.
Pat O'Brien sitting in the front row with the Detroit Pistons owner, Bill Davidson. Detroit's up by 10 points. You have to be awfully proud of this franchise.
We are. And we're just hoping we can do it tonight.
You said now you're going to start getting a little nervous. I don't know why, Bill.
But about 6 minutes to go. If we aren't up in double digits, then it'll start tugging at me.
All right, well, congratulations. Sitting next to him is Bob Seger, one of the legends of rock and roll. Bob, say hello to everybody. Used to play with the Town Criers. Enjoying the game?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're ready to rock here in Detroit. Let's go back.
Biggest lead of the game for the Pistons, and it couldn't come at a better time with the final seconds of the third period. Paxson throws it away to Rodman. Picked up by Paxson. Bird tried to get it in there. The crowd's going wild as the third quarter comes to an end.
And you can see Bill Laimbeer wants it.
Pistons 75, Celtics 63, and will return to the Silverdome after this message and from your local station.
Shooting two. Number 53.
And right in the middle of the pack is Arnold Auerbach, Don Gaston to the left, Alan Cohen to the right. The Celtic ownership.
They're not used to being in this type of position. Number two, a trade by Jack McCluskey, getting Adrian Dantley for Tripucka and Benson, and of course Rick Mahorn up in the front. They became a physical, more determined defensive ball club.
And here's an original, a Motown original, Stevie Wonder, here in the crowd tonight. 38,912 here at the Silverdome, the third largest playoff crowd in history. You won't be able to hold them back if they hold their lead against Boston.
And they played excellent basketball there 2 games ago in the Forum, and I'm sure Pat Riley feels that's the way they have to play to win that series and move on to the finals. And John McLeod's got to keep his fingers crossed that team comes out mentally tough, and if they're not, they're going to get beat by the Lakers.
Pistons are 6:55 away from a trip to the NBA Finals for the first time in their history. In Billy Cunningham, we had Rodman and Lojas thrown out for fighting, but cooler heads certainly have prevailed. And we want to remind you that the 1988 NBA Finals begin Tuesday night.
Well, you're exactly right. That's the veterans out here. They know they're battling, but they also have such great respect for each other. And here we see Adrian Dantley helping Larry Bird up, just giving him a little pat on the back, and they just appreciate the effort each one has put forth in this series.
Johnson with 20 leads the Pistons. Dantley has 17. Bird misses the free throw. Things just aren't dropping for Larry Bird in the Detroit series here. Nor for the Atlanta series as he misses 2.
Chuck Daly very fortunate to have that man with the basketball right there on his club. As soon as things started going the other way, he brought him in and things have settled down.
Vinnie Johnson again. What a game for Johnson. 10 of 14 from the field, and Dennis Rodman holds court. Roberts the rebound, but hail to the new Eastern Conference Kings, the Detroit Pistons, finally.
31 years it took them.
Chuck has it finally. And the celebration has begun.
Ladies and gentlemen, the game is now over, please.
The court is littered with cameramen and other people, fans getting on there. We still have 3 seconds remaining, and now the players are trying to tell the cameramen to leave, and the Celtics starters and those not playing are leaving the floor now.
Possibly for safety reasons. Feeling with this crowd, and it's a long walk to the locker rooms, that with this crowd getting on the court, someone could get hurt.
McHale and Thomas, what a picture that is.
That's what it's all about.
Good luck against the Lakers, I'm sure, is what McHale is telling the Pistons.
Kevin McHale said after the last game, maybe give a little credit to that Piston team defensively.
Maybe among the best defensive efforts we've seen in the playoffs in a long time, Bill.
And now they're going to have to gear themselves up for a different opponent, a quicker opponent, either Dallas or LA.
The game's over. Detroit wins. The huge disappointment of a year ago. Blowing the 5th game, losing in 7. All erased from the minds of the Detroit Pistons. They have finally etched the Boston Celtics from their minds. Jack McCloskey, the general manager, and Chuck Daly and his staff. 95-90, the final score. The Pistons win in 6, and they had to beat the Celtics twice in Boston Garden to achieve this Eastern Conference title. We'll be back at the Silverdome with more in just a moment.